He's travelled far and wide to make a name for himself on the international boxing scene, but Daniel Geale is returning home to make his first world title defence. But where did the real deal really start his career? Let's trace the history of Australia's middleweight champion and his fast rise to success in his journey to the belt.
I think it's the best sport. For me, I started when I was 9 years old. As a kid, at that time, I don't think I ever had the ambition of winning world titles or anything like that. When I was young, I was just doing it for fun. I wasn't doing it to make a living from, but yeah, it turned out that way.
The child prodigy was soon selected in the 2002 Manchester Commonwealth Games at the ripe age of 21. He progressed through the early matches, earning himself a showdown with Quinelli Zulu to vie for the gold medal. Geale dominated every round, downing his competitor 26-17.
Well, the boy from Launceston in Tasmania is about to become only the second Australian to win a welterweight gold medal.
When he landed back on home soil, Geale went straight back into solid training. 2 years later, he made his professional debut. Between 2004 and 2007, he had an amazing 12 knockouts out of only 17 fights. His first true test came in the form of Daniel Dawson with the IBO World Middleweight title on the line. Dawson had never been defeated in his 29 fights, but Geale was able to break Dawson's strong defence, cleaning up the champion in a 12-round unanimous decision. He successfully defended his new IBO belt twice and had his sights set on conquering greater challenges. And then came the major turning point in Geale's career. The Mundine camp came knocking on his door, and he couldn't resist the chance to write his name in Australian folklore as the only local opponent to bag a knockout against the outspoken champion.
Mundine has been tagged. Unofficially, of course, as Geale is pumped.
Both boxers went toe-to-toe in a 12-round war, which turned out to be one of the most controversial fights in Australian boxing history. After going to the judges' scorecards, Mundine was announced the winner and snatched up the IBO belt. Geale was down, but definitely not out, and he vowed to come back a stronger fighter. Off the back of the contender, Kariz Kariuki was out to prove himself on the Australian boxing scene, and Geale became his first opponent. Many thought Kariuki's height and reach advantage would prove too tricky for Geale, but the real deal showed off his world-class punching power, with Kariuki even having to turn his back to end the fight.
It is over. Daniel Geale.
Geale was back in a big way and the world started to take notice. He was soon offered a world title eliminator against Roman Karmazin. The Russian, a former IBF title holder, had almost double the experience of Geale with 40 successful matches out of a total of 46. But he was able to bag a 12th round knockout, getting himself a step closer to the IBF belt.
Geale is now one fight away from an IBF.
There was now only one man standing between Geale and his next world title, Sebastian Sylvester. The odds were firmly against him. No Australian in recent times had gone to Germany and come away with victory, let alone a world title belt. Sylvester looked a big chance of continuing this trend, landing some hefty punches throughout the battle.
Some good shots from Daniel Geale.
However, Geale's determination was too hard to deny.
Here he goes, Daniel Geale throwing plenty of punches there. It'll go to the
The judges' scorecards declared him the winner by split decision.
Daniel, the real deal, Geale, the new IBF middleweight champion of the world.
Daniel Geale, the boy from Tassie who became a world champion.